Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This will be an October monthly reading for you, Sagittarius. I have pulled out the Light Seers Tarot for this monthly reading for the sign of Sagittarius. While I'm shuffling, you can just be tuning in your heart, your mind, your energy, your intuition, to your highest and best good. I've already pre-shuffled these cards. I am going to do a Celtic cross. That one just does not want to come up. Doing a Celtic cross spread, traditional Celtic cross, giving us just a really nice overview for the month of October. I am going to split this 3 ways. I'm not reading any reversals today. I'm just going to choose the energy of the card itself. So even if it goes upside down, I'm going to flip it back to the upright just to get that basic meaning of the card. And we're just doing this general overview, the month of October for the sign of Sagittarius. So looking at the Celtic cross, we're going to start off with the center energy, current energy, where you're sitting, as October starts, or how maybe you're sailing through October in a certain state of mind or a frequency. So for the sign of Sagittarius, I'm going to just lay them all out, and then we're going to come back and talk. So for Sagittarius, we do have 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Aries had that in the exact same placement. We've got the Moon. We have recent past, 5 of Swords. Bottom is the Devil. Future is the Queen of Wands. We have your internal energy. We have your external energy. We have your hopes and your fears. And we have that final outcome. And so Sagittarius, at the bottom of your deck, you have Knight of Pentacles. This is moving slowly, something that you really want. You're moving towards it, but it's taking a hot minute. So whatever's happening in your life that you are investing in, maybe you're going to buy a house. Maybe you want to start a new career. Maybe you want to begin a new health regimen. You're moving towards it, but you're moving very, very slowly. Think of sand in an hourglass, and it just pours out, little by little by little. So the effort and the energy and the time you're putting towards this new thing, you're just being very methodical, maybe strategic. You're being very careful, cautious, how it is that you're moving yourself towards that goal. So we're jumping into the reading. We have the heart of the spread. We have your current situation, energy, 6 of Cups, feeling nostalgic, feeling swept away in emotions that bring you back in time. This can be soulmate energy. This can be past life energy. Maybe it was somebody that you just cannot stop feeling like you've known them before. This is a very familiar feeling. Something in the month of October has you just feeling your feelings. It's Scorpio energy, really taking you down memory lane. I love the image of this person with their dog. And when you remember back to when that adult grown animal was just a pup and you were little yourself, and you're just getting your start in the world. Or I really get the feeling you're just thinking about, look how far I've come in this life. Look how, and this loyal, beautiful creature has been by my side for all of it. Look how much it's grown. Look how much I've grown. I can't believe, something is bringing you into those kinds of feelings of all that you've been through, all that you've encountered, all that you've encompassed as far as who you are now. You're so much more than you ever could have dreamed, or you've been through so much that has taught you so much, and you're thankful. Maybe there's just that huge sense of gratitude of, I wouldn't be who I am today had I not gone through all the things that I've gone through. They've changed me, and sometimes they've hurt, and sometimes they've made me happy. But either way, I am who I am today, this rich, beautiful person, because of everything that I've been through. So it's very much recounting whatever it was that's helped you along your way. And what's challenging that, what's giving a little pause in that sort of feeling position is you're being very careful with your coin, with your investments, with your time, your effort, your attention, your energy. So just like we had Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, moving slowly towards, that health investment or buying a house or starting a new career, you are moving slowly, and you're being very careful how you're spending money. So you're holding that coin purse towards your heart chakra, like it's whatever it is that you're thinking of spending money on, it's going to affect your heart, but you're being very careful, how you open that purse and spend that coin. You want to, maybe, you're so much in your feelings that you would spend all the tea in China to get something that you want, but you're being cautious and careful, even frugal. So that's not a terrible thing. That is just challenging you being in your heart space. What led you here? Your recent past is the Five of Swords, and this is conflict. This is change. This is, coming from differing opinions, fighting, people arguing, anything to do with the five usually represents conflict and change and, shaking things up. And this is all about swords. So this is giving this person a migraine because there were just so many verbal or written exchanges of communication. It's anything to do with mental energy. So how we think, how we communicate, talking or writing, but it is just giving this person uh, you know, making them scratch their head like, what in the world? How did we get here? What went wrong? Why did I say that? Why did they say that? This is just a terrible situation. It led you here. So it led you into, ah, wow. I'm just thinking about all the things I can be possibly feeling. And then I'm being challenged by Four of Pentacles, keeping my cards played close to my chest. As you go into your headspace, what are you thinking about? What are you feeling in your mind? In your mental category, it can be even your crown chakra or your third eye. What are you thinking about? You're thinking about the moon, and that is major arcana for the sign of Pisces or Cancer. And this is secrets, things not being ready to be revealed. You're really thinking about, is now the time that I reveal, my big plans, whatever it is, that you were Knight of Pentacles moving slowly towards, is now the time? Or is it still, those signs that you put up when something's being built, and it says under construction, and there's, blocked off areas of the street or the neighborhood or whatever. That's kind of what the moon represents, is there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of light and dark. Maybe there's just doubts that this is going to be something we really want. There's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of emotions. This can also be a lot of secretive energy. So you're thinking about maybe what others could be holding back from you, or you're worried that others don't trust, what you're doing. And maybe you're taking so long, that Knight of Pentacles, you're moving so slowly, you're being so, frugal, and maybe what feels a little secretive to people. You're worrying about the way that people are seeing you, or you're worried about what others are doing behind your back. So you're thinking about that quite heavily. That's, like I said, major arcana for maybe you're dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. But down here in the soul's basement of the spread here, we've got the devil. And the devil is the major arcana for the sign of Capricorn. This can represent any toxic energy that you might be feeling, encountering. Maybe there is this actual devil in your life. Can be a lot to do with facing addictions, facing any kind of toxicity, anything that controls you, like the puppet on the strings here, anything that has control over you. If it's you being too much workaholic, if it's you being addicted to any sorts of substances, maybe having too many drinks at night after work, maybe it is this smoking habit that you've just not been able to kick, but something in the recesses of your soul, you are aware that it's a struggle, it's a challenge, because it could get the best of you if you don't nip it in the bud. So something is there showing itself as needs to be corrected or attended or fixed in some way. There is this acknowledgement of this devil energy in your life. And as you're moving into the future, you do have Queen of Wands, which says there's going to be some passionate there's going to be some passionate energy towards whatever it is that your Knight of Pentacles pentacling yourself towards. Knight of Pentacles, that moving slow energy. Once you get to where you're going, or once you really get the wheels in motion towards that thing that you're working towards, you are going to be so magnetic. You're going to just shine like a diamond. I love the emanation of energy from this queen, and the wand in the air, almost like the magician, where it's the hand to the sky, as above, so below. And this energy is coming out of her palm because she is a manifester. She's a creator. And I'm saying she because it's a she on the card, but this does not have to be, you do not have to be a female to receive Queen of Wands energy. It's Black Cat by your side, this loyal companion that is there, magical protection, like I said, manifesting, magical, powerful, getting your goals, succeeding, achieving your dreams. Maybe there was some slow moving energy. Maybe there are some secrets or some things that are not ready to be revealed yet. Maybe we do have to get some addictions or some toxicities under control or moved out of our life entirely. Maybe we did have a lot of conflict and change, and something just really rattled your cages enough to where you purposed yourself towards, I am going to embrace the power that I hold in my heart and my soul to move towards my destiny, to my abundance, to my future, to what I deserve. You create your own reality. Moving into the staff section here, your internal energy, major arcana for the sign of Aquarius, the star. Your internal energy, Sagittarius, is knowing. Hope, prayers answered. Hope in whatever it was that you placed your wishes, your dreams. Star energy, it's angelic. It is what you've wished upon, what you've hoped for in your heart of hearts is coming true. Your dreams really are coming true. Whatever it is that you have been slowly moving towards, you are Queen of Wands achieving them, and you're going to be so satisfied, so filled up, so successful. You're going to just feel this lit up energy. And your external energy, so whatever it is that surrounds you, you've got your fire cousin, the strength card, which is major arcana for Leo, showing up to say that you are handling yourself with the utmost grace. You could be a ferocious lion and you could tear into your enemies. your predators, your toxic environment, whatever this Five of Swords was, you really could rip into them, but you don't, because you're embracing the energy of the lamb. You're still the lion, but you are containing your strength, and you are calm under pressure. You are gentle but strong. You are quiet. Your power does not have to be louder than everybody else's. Your power is contained. You know you're magic. You know you're a BA. You know what? You know you've got it going on, but you don't have to show that. You don't have to be a big deal about it. You just know that. So your external energy is knowing that you can contain your environment in a very gentle, calm way. Your hopes and your fears. 10 of Wands. You're hoping this is the end of a burdensome cycle. You're also afraid that it's not. You're afraid that you've come all this way and you're ready to drop this load off of this mule or donkey or whatever this creature is. You're hoping that it's the end of a burdensome cycle, but you're fearing that it's not, that you've gotten all this way and that there's still more to come. There's more burdens, there's more trials, there's more tribulations, there's more enemies waiting to maybe try and attack you, or toxic energy, or whatever verbal conflict or whatnot. Five of Swords. So you're just hoping that it is over, but fearing that it might not be. And as you move into the future, Hanged Man, major arcana, again for the sign of Pisces. So you might have a Pisces in your world, but this is final outcome is you seeing things from a new perspective. You viewing your life, your future, your situation in general, the month of October, just with a new viewpoint. There's just, however it is that you've been looking at things, maybe fearfully, or looking at all the things that are wrong instead of looking at the things that are going right. Whatever it is that you've been predominantly thinking that maybe hasn't felt so great, I think you're turning your perspective, you're turning that upside down, and you're considering that there's other alternatives, that there's other ways to see things. And I think that feels really good for you. I love that you've gone upside down, that your crown chakra is illuminated with light energy, that you are feeling full, and your expression in life is expanded, that you are taking on a more ethereal approach to your world. You know that you're protected. You know that you're loved. You know that you're full of light. You know that the world deserves that. And I think that you, first and foremost, are taking care of yourself. So, Sagittarius, I hope this reading was helpful for you, gave you some insight and understanding into the month of October. I am going to do a quick shuffle of the Mystic Manifesting Oracle cards and give you an Oracle card for the month of October. And we have Spiritual Strength. And this says, let Spirit guide you through any challenges along the way. Your affirmation could be, I conquer obstacles. Spiritual strength. Let Spirit guide you through any challenges along the way. That is really beautiful. So, Sagittarius, I hope this reading is beneficial for you. I love to hear your comments. I love when you interact with the channel, liking, following, subscribing, sharing. Any of that is helpful, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Be well. Namaste.